What's going on, everyone? It's Alex Gordon back again with another Premier League catch-up show. I can't even bring myself to say it, but Manchester City have now won the Premier League. You're possibly wondering, well, after their 3-1 victory against Spurs, how did they win the title on Sunday? Well, let me tell you. I went to the Manchester United versus West Brom game thinking that we could get a really great victory here. 4-0 win I predicted. But then again, don't underestimate teams who are in a relegation battle, because they will do literally everything in order to survive. And I can't even believe that this has actually happened. We've actually gift wrapped the Premier League to Manchester City and just said to West Brom, hey, if you can beat us, we'll give City the title. How about that? And that's what they did. West Brom defeated us 1-0 at Old Trafford. And we just gift wrapped the Premier League to Manchester City. How could we have done this? How could we have made a mockery of this? Oh my word, what's happened? I mean, the thing is, the West Brom game was absolutely terrible. Let me tell you about the West Brom game. Because I actually went to that game, my mate had a spare ticket, and I thought I might as well. £30 it was, just for that ticket. And then automatically I thought the first half we're getting what he's worth here, because his mate that usually goes with him to match days is on holiday and decided to bring me along instead. But then again, I was like saying to him, yeah, you got your money's worth out of this. Then second half came around and I saw West Brom score a goal. And I thought game over. Before, yeah, well, come on, United. We need to get a goal back. We need to get a goal back, or at least 2 goals, because a draw would mean City will win the title. A loss, City will win the title. A win could keep us in the game. But no, we had to lose. We had to lose against West Brom. How could we have done this? How could we have let that happen? Oh my goodness me. I mean, the lack of effort. The lack of effort in the team was just appalling. I think there were many players to blame, but I'm not going to blame them individually. But as a team, they just couldn't beat West Brom. I mean, of all teams, West Brom, who are currently 20th in the Premier League table, and the lack of effort from this Manchester United side in this game was a fucking disgrace. West Brom, they're fucking relegated. They're playing us if there's still a chance of survival. You kidding me, right? You're just giving West Brom something to fight for. I mean, to be fair, I hate West Brom more than anything now. Just because we lost against them, I hope they get relegated for this. But boy, if they survive this now, this is like every single time where teams have faced us, they've survived this season. It happened with Newcastle. Look where they are now. They're safe, beating Arsenal 2-1. The thing is, when teams beat us, they get so much confidence out of us, and the thing is, they go on and progress through the Premier League season and survive. See, that's what happened with Newcastle. This could happen with West Brom. With their few remaining games, they win all their remaining games, they could survive just. I mean, with all the other teams being relegated, Stoke, they're facing West Ham, and Southampton, they were 2-0 up against Chelsea, which was an absolute embarrassment for Chelsea. But then again, Olivier Giroud and Eden Hazard got the 3 goals for Chelsea, and Chelsea stole the victory from Southampton. Southampton really needed this crucial win against Chelsea. They did really, really well, and I'm thinking, how much effort does Southampton need to put in to win games? And how much effort does West Brom need to put in to win games? Compared to Chelsea's win, compared to our loss, West Brom hardly need to do anything. All one slip-up was all was needed to give West Brom the victory. But Southampton, they had to fight for their lives in that game. Just see the difference in how much progression they have made. It's just, I can't even believe that Manchester United have lost to West Brom. Not only to West Brom, but we've lost at home. Lost at home at Old Trafford. It never happens. It's only happened on 2 occasions. This game and the Manchester Derby. That's all it's happened for. But, I just can't believe it. You wouldn't believe how many tweets and how many Facebook posts I got when I got back home after the match. Boy, many of my fans who were Manchester City fans, they were commenting, they were tweeting, all of them. I was like sick and tired. I knew that if we lose today, City win the title, and I knew it was going to happen, and they kept on tweeting all throughout the night, and I could not just stop them. Just leave me alone, alright? Alright, we have lost against West Brom. Okay, it's not our day. If Manchester United could just basically, say if we win the FA Cup, which I know is not going to happen, but if we beat Spurs, then it gives us a good chance to say, well, if we win the FA Cup, I'm happy with this season overall. I'm very, very happy with what we've done this season. But if Spurs win against us, then second place, I would be happy, but not as happy as I will be if we win the FA Cup, though, if you know what I mean. But then again, I think this is just going to be a game which I'm just going to forget completely, because, I mean, how could they have done this? I just don't know how have they done this. They've given West Brom a chance to survive in the Premier League. Manchester United, of all teams, couldn't beat West Brom, of all teams, at home, from the momentum that we beat Manchester City at the derby. Now hear me out. I am more than happy that we won the Manchester derby, because it was coming eventually that Manchester City were going to win the Premier League title, but just hoping that, you know, I'm more than happy enough that we won at the derby rather than at West Brom. If you know what I mean, depending on, you know, if I'm going to be ashamed of Manchester United. I'm not ashamed of Manchester United. I'm just a bit, I'm just embarrassed of what West Brom did to us. But I'm not embarrassed that Manchester City lost against United at the derby in our 3-2 victory. I'm not ashamed of that. I'm actually proud of Manchester United for that. Putting City celebrations on hold, but then again, you had to come to this match and then you had to fucking lose against West Brom, the worst team that is currently in the Premier League. Right, I'm just going to leave it that. I'm going to leave it at that. To be fair, I'm ranting on about West Brom and Manchester United. Let's crack on with all of the other Premier League games. Liverpool got a 3-0 victory against Bournemouth, which I have to think that Bournemouth, they have been doing very, very well this season, but against the likes of Liverpool at Anfield, is a tough place to go for Bournemouth, and to get anything away from Anfield is very, very difficult. So it was not enough for Eddie Howe's teams, but Liverpool got Salah, Mane and Firmino getting on the score sheet would give Liverpool the 3-0 victory and the all-important 3 points, which they are very, very close to Manchester United. And if Manchester United can secure second place in the season, I will be more than happy enough with that, because we do have a few midweek games. We still have Bournemouth to play, we still have West Ham to play as well, so we've got all of those other games coming up to play. But I am really, really happy that Crystal Palace actually got a victory for once. Yes, Crystal Palace in a 3-2 victory against Brighton. Now for me, I always think that Crystal Palace are going to be that one team that's slightly going to survive this season. But boy, look at them now. Beating Brighton 3-2 in an all-important relegation battle for them is absolutely crucial. And now it puts even more pressure on Huddersfield and Swansea that might even drop down into the relegation if Southampton or Stoke are going to get out of there. But I think now this victory against Manchester United has actually lifted West Brom and put more pressure on Stoke and Southampton to really push on for those all-important points. But now since Crystal Palace has won against Brighton, Southampton's hopes of getting out of the relegation zone are slim, but there's a chance. But boy, it puts even more pressure on those bottom 3 teams, Southampton, Stoke and West Brom. But still, I think it's still all to play for. It's still very, very tied down at the bottom. But then again, Huddersfield got an important victory against Watford. And it was just fantastic to watch the game. Although it was a scrappy game, however, Tom Instow picked up the pieces and scored a last-minute winner against Watford, which gives Huddersfield the all-important 3 points. And now they feel like they are actually surviving the season Huddersfield, because I think Huddersfield, that they've been that one team who's been off the ropes, if you know what I mean. They've been having victories, they've been having losses. It's pretty much like a typical Premier League side. You have a few losses, you have a few draws, and you have a few wins occasionally. But then again, Huddersfield have been doing really, really well this season, and I have a feeling they will stay up. If they continue with their wins, they can survive this season, I guarantee you. But again, Swansea, they are likely to fall into that relegation battle as well. I mean, they only drew against Everton 1-1, but it was a hard-fought victory, but they did deserve it in the end because they were playing well, they took their chances. But this is like their second defeat where Swansea have been playing well, but they haven't been taking their chances, and they could have been, I don't know, say 2-1 up or something like that, and they could have won the game against Everton, but no. They decided to leave at 1-1, and all teams got a point each, so that's alright. Anyway, I'm just having a look at all of the other games I've missed out. I must have missed one. Oh yes, of course. Burnley, boy, what a season Burnley are having this season, beating Leicester 2-1, and Burnley are ever so closer in moving into Europe. They could get a Europa League spot, and you know what, Burnley, they are going on a European tour. Continuing with these victories that Burnley are having right now, I can see them going into the Europa League, going into Europe, and really enjoying themselves. I think that Burnley fans are actually so proud of what Sean Dyche has actually done for Burnley as a club. The thing is, I actually had a look on, you know, who was going to be the manager of the year, and there was a large poll posted, I think it was on BT Score, and there was like about 45% that voted for Sean Dyche to be manager of the year, which I thought was, hang on, surely it has to be Pep Guardiola, which I might know it could be Pep Guardiola, but then again, I have to agree that Sean Dyche should definitely get the manager of the year. I mean, I don't really want Pep Guardiola actually getting the manager of the year, but if it has to be other than Pep Guardiola to get manager of the year, then I'll have to say Sean Dyche, because he's done a fantastic job, and if Sean Dyche can lead Burnley into Europe next season, then I think every single pub is going to be named after Sean Dyche after they get into Europe, because Burnley, they've never been to Europe, and this could be their first ever taste in a European competition. So hopefully they continue their wins, they could get some awesome results. But also we do have the 3-1 victory that City won against Spurs. Spurs thought they could come back into it with an Eriksen goal, and then I think Sterling, Jesus, Gundogan and Sterling all got a goal. And yeah, at that point, City thought they could win the title if Manchester United lost against West Brom. And it certainly happened. I mean, I still can't believe that we've lost against West Brom. Fucking West Brom, of all teams. It's just a shambles. Absolutely a shambles. But then again, I'm not going to be reviewing West Ham and Stoke, because there's going to be a lot more midweek games. We've got Spurs against Brighton, we've got Bournemouth versus Manchester United, Leicester versus Southampton, Chelsea and Burnley. So there's a lot more midweek games going on throughout this week. But I also have my upcoming Doctor Who review to upload soon, so hopefully if that's going to be uploaded by the end of next Monday, then that will be alright. But anyway guys, thanks so much guys for watching for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please smash the like button, and remember to please subscribe to this channel for more amazing videos. Thanks so much for watching everyone, and I'll see you guys next time in the next video. Until then guys, take care of yourselves. Goodbye!